Hey everyone, welcome back. It feels like we're turning a major corner with Ripple and XRP. Seriously, some huge things are happening that signal a brand new phase. We're talking a shift away from just speculation and moving into some deep financial infrastructure. So today, we're going to break down what this big institutional push really means, especially for you, the individual holder. All right, let's get right into it. But as we see all this big money getting ready to pour in, it brings up a super important question, right? For the everyday person, for you and me, how do you actually accumulate more XRP without having to just dump thousands of dollars into an exchange and hope you timed it right? I want you to hold on to that thought because by the end of this, we are absolutely going to unpack a powerful new way people are starting to do just that. So, here's the game plan. First, we'll cover the regulatory foundation that's being set. Then, we'll look at how Ripple is building with institutions. After that, we'll connect it all back to the individual, to you. And finally, we'll talk about your role in this whole new economy. All right, first up, the regulatory foundation. I love this analogy. Think about it like this. Before you can build a massive skyscraper, you've got to get all the official permits from the city, right? Well, that is exactly what's happening for Ripple in the regulatory world as we speak. Okay, so a massive piece of this puzzle is Ripple getting conditional approval from the OCC, that's the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency in the US, to become a national trust bank. And let me tell you, this is not just another piece of paper, not just another license. This is a game changer. It basically lets Ripple operate like a fully regulated US bank, but specifically for their big institutional clients. And this, right here, shows you the long game they're playing. It's a three-step process. First, they become a regulated bank. Step 2, this unlocks access to what is basically the holy grail of finance, a Federal Reserve master account. And once they have that, they can settle transactions directly with the Fed. They get to bypass other banks and compete on the exact same level as giants like, say, JP Morgan Chase. Huge. An analyst from Black Swan Capital just nailed it. They said, and I quote, "This is moving from a speculation phase that they've been involved in to an infrastructure phase." And that's exactly right. This isn't about a quick price jump tomorrow. This is about cementing XRP as a core piece of the actual financial plumbing, fully regulated for the long haul. And as if that wasn't enough, there's more good news on the regulatory front. Michael Sullig was just confirmed as the new CFTC chairman. Now, for those in the know, this is a pretty big deal. Sullig has been pushing for clear rules for a while, and he's on record saying that a lot of tokens, including assets like XRP, are probably commodities, not securities. So this could mean we're heading towards a much friendlier, more innovative environment for crypto in the US. Okay, so that's the foundation. Now let's move on and see what they're building on top of it. With all that regulatory groundwork in place, Ripple is now, and I mean aggressively, laying down the financial railroad tracks for all that institutional money to start flowing. And a perfect example of this is their expanded partnership with TJM. TJM is a regulated broker-dealer, and basically, Ripple Prime is providing all the behind-the-scenes infrastructure so TJM can offer digital assets to their own clients. We're talking the big guys, like hedge funds and asset managers. So, what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just some flashy headline. This is about deeply, and I mean deeply, wiring XRP into the guts of the existing financial system. It makes that whole institutional framework stronger, which over time is meant to drive real-world utility and real demand for XRP as a tool for liquidity and settlement. This is the stuff that matters. And get this, it's not just private companies they're working with. Ripple's connections go straight to the top of global finance. We're talking about the IMF, the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements, and the World Bank. I mean, XRP is literally being named in their official reports. Plus, Ripple is a formal member of key task forces at the BIS. That means they have a seat at the table where the future of money is being decided. That's kind of a big deal. All of this has led some people to, a very strong conclusion. An analyst who goes by EggUnknownDT put it this way, quote, "No digital asset will replace XRP because it belongs to the financial elite." Wow. I mean, that really highlights this belief that XRP's role in the system isn't just about having the best tech, but that it's part of a much bigger strategic plan with some very powerful players. Okay, so all this high-level macro stuff is absolutely fascinating. But now we get to what I think is the most important part of this whole conversation. Let's bring it down from the institutions and focus on the individual. let's talk about the shift from just watching all this happen to actually being a participant. So, really, what does all this institutional plumbing, all these fancy partnerships, and all this new regulatory clarity, what does it actually mean for you, the person who's actually holding XRP? Well, it means the game is changing. Seriously. As this whole network gets built out with this heavy-duty institutional infrastructure, the opportunities for you and me are evolving. It's not just about buying and selling anymore. A door is opening to a whole new way of participating, where you can actually become a part of the network's growth and build your own value in a completely new way. We're talking about becoming a liquidity node and building your own infinite tip streams just by being an active participant. And this creates a really clear choice, a fork in the road in terms of mindset. On one side, you've got the old way, speculative holding, buying on an exchange, staring at charts, and just hoping. But on the other side, there's this new model emerging, active accumulation. This is all about self-custody, actually using the network, and helping it grow by educating others. And in the process, building your own infinite tip streams. Which brings us right to our final section. This is where we connect all the dots. We're about to directly answer that big question I asked you to hold on to at the very beginning. Let's bring it back. How do you accumulate more XRP without constantly having to throw your hard-earned money at the exchanges? The answer, in one word, is participation. It's about shifting your mindset from being a passive holder to being an active user, someone who actually contributes to the network's growth and gets rewarded for doing it. And the cool part is, there's now a system designed to make this super accessible for everyone. The platform that makes this all possible is called the XRP TIP TEAM, and they've made the path incredibly straightforward. It all starts with the most important step, self-custody. So first, you get a secure and really easy-to-use X-Man wallet. Once you have that, you join the team, and you get your own unique link that you can share. And here's the best part. It's so simple. The XRP TIP TEAM system handles all the complicated blockchain stuff, all that choreography for you. Your job is just to share your link and help other people learn about why self-custody is so important. And when tips from the network flow directly into your own wallet, boom, you get an instant alert on Telegram. It's literally accumulation through education. So think about it. While these giant financial institutions are out there building their massive infrastructure, this is a way for you to build your own. You're not just a spectator anymore. You're becoming an active, earning part of this new economy. If you want to see exactly how this works and start building your own tip streams, you can learn everything you need to know at xrptipteam.com.